Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing another top 5 video, tops video, which is where I give you my faves, my absolute holy grails, my most used, my most loved products of a specific category in my makeup collection. So today we're going to be talking about primers. So this is actually a category I've really struggled with. I've been working on for probably close to a year, on and off. I will say I've gotten to the point where I was like, I got too busy. I stopped testing things. I would maybe get frustrated and be like, I don't know which ones I like the best. I had so many primers in my collection and I was trying to test them all. And I really just started to think, which ones do I use most often? Which ones do I love? Which ones do I have the best makeup days with? And then once I started to think about it that way, I was like, it's easy. These are them. You know, a lot of these, I think a lot of different skin types could use, but keep in mind, I do have more oily combination skin. If you have really dry skin, I don't have a ton of hydrating recommendations in this video, as it's just not something that I personally use very often. Typically, like there's one in here that is my go-to when I'm feeling a little dry, when I'm feeling a little dehydrated, or when I have a foundation that needs a little extra zhuzh as my prep. Enough with the chatter. Let's get down to it. Honestly, if I had to get rid of every other primer in my collection, which is crazy, I actually think I need to do a declutter. If you'd like to see me declutter my primers, comment down below or give me a thumbs up. I definitely need to declutter my primers. But the point is, if I had to get rid of every other primer in my collection, I would honestly I think I'd be fine with that as long as I had these. There's probably a tie for the two top favorites, so I'll give those first. So the first one is a more affordable option, drugstore option, and best suitable for oily skin or combination skin, and that is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock. Let me tell you guys, best mattifying primer I've ever used. This is specifically the one I go for when I'm looking for mattifying. And it's not like, I feel like in the past, a lot of mattifying primers I've used, they almost like make your skin look a little bit dry, like they suck the moisture out of it. This one actually has a very creamy consistency. It almost feels like you're putting like a bit of moisturizer on. And then it dries down, like it's not going to give you any extra hydration. But the feel of it, it doesn't dry your skin down. When it does dry down, it doesn't suck all the moisture out of your skin. It doesn't accentuate texture. If anything, it kind of smooths over any, you know, like texture, dry patches. It gives a nice smoothing effect. Nothing too intense, you know, it's not specifically for smoothing. It's not the one I would go to if I really want like my pores filled in, but it's definitely gives you a bit of a smoothing base, smoothed out base, which I love. And then my favorite thing about it is it just really honestly makes my makeup last so long. It holds up all day long, you know, in the hot and the humid, in you know, a day where I'm gonna have to wear my makeup for 12 plus hours. Really prolongs the wear of your makeup and controls the shine and controls the oil. So I absolutely love it, definitely recommend it. And not only does it do all those incredible things, but it also just is so affordable. And that's what I love about it too. You can get it at Walmart. I'm sure you can get it at Ulta. And then my other absolute fave, these are the two that are tied, is my One Size Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. Again, I'm still going on my samples. I had, I think 3 or 4 samples, and these last forever. I use this all the time. Now, I'm pretty sure this one's out, and I think this was the last one, so I'm gonna have to buy it now. But I'm definitely going to be purchasing it because it is that good. So this one is not only have that nice smoothing, a little bit more pore minimizing than the L'Oreal. It also has an interesting consistency. Actually, let me show you guys the consistency of these. Where am I gonna do it? My hand is dirty. So I'll kind of put some on my hand so you guys can see the difference in consistency. So you will see that the one right here, which is the L'Oreal Matte Lock. It looks more like moisturizer. It has more of like a creamy, lightweight moisturizer feel and look to it. Then this one here is the One Size. This is the one that has a little bit more of that like silicone-y look to it. You get more of that pore minimizing effect, which I love. but it never breaks down my makeup. You know, my makeup lays on it so smooth. Both lay a great base. This one also I find prolongs the wear of my makeup significantly. It is one that makes my makeup last all day, controls my shine, prevents, you know, breaking down. It's just kind of like an all-in-one. Like it kind of adds a bit of hydration. It feels like it juices up the skin a little bit, but it also gives you that kind of pore minimizing, smoothing, blurring effect. And then it also prolongs the wear of your makeup and is slightly mattifying. So it is kind of the jack of all trades. It is definitely probably between the two, those are definitely my top favorite primers. The next one that I absolutely love is, and this is actually a mini size, and I am getting low on this one too. Actually, these top three are, I'm almost out, if not out, of all of them. So I need to get on that. This is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Veil Primer. This is one that I like sometimes will stop using for a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I have other ones that I love, but I always come back to it. And this one here has a very interesting feel to it. It has a very interesting texture, and it just does a really incredible things for the skin. So all three look very different if you really pay attention. So the last one here is the Hourglass. It has more of this like interesting consistency to it. So this not only kind of gives a smoothing, a general smoothing effect to the skin, makes your skin look a little bit more smooth, smooths out a bit of that texture, but it also gives your skin this like silky feel. It makes your skin feel so soft, and it's really, really nice. It also is slightly blurring to the skin, I find. Like it doesn't conceal any redness or conceal any blemishes. It just kind of blurs your face a little bit. So it's really nice. It also does have SPF in it. And it has never made me break out. And it also controls my shine. It prolongs the wear of my makeup. It's mattifying without drying. It is one of the higher priced primers on my list today, but it is so worth it. I will definitely be repurchasing, and it is an incredible primer. So the next one is the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. This one's been around for a while, and this is hands down the best smoothing primer that you can get out there. It's this one right here. So it has a very thick consistency to it. It smooths out your pores to the point, like, is this even physically possible? You look like you have no pores, no texture. It's incredible. I'll even use this to spot prime, which is what I call when I just apply it in like just right here and on my nose, like the areas I find I get really enlarged pores. It not only fills in your pores, but also smooths over your texture. And I don't find my makeup breaks down when I wear it. Some people, complain about silicone primers breaking down their foundation, making it pill up. I personally have never had that issue, especially with this one. If you are really against silicone and you're looking for a smoothing pore filling primer, I will say the new Professional Light, the water-based pore smoothing primer, is actually quite good. It's almost to that Professional level, which is, pretty similar to this. It doesn't smooth quite as good as this one, but it is silicone-free, water-based. So it is one to look into if you're interested in a smoothing primer, but super not interested in silicone. The last one is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Protective Primer. This one is the one I go for when I'm looking for a little bit of hydration, but it also prolongs the wear. So I think this is the one that I think it doesn't matter what skin type you have, you could get away with using it, and I think you will love. It has also a thicker consistency, not quite as thick as the Tarte, but when you blend it out, it does smooth the skin really nicely. It gives that blurring, smoothing effect to pores and texture. It also adds hydration. It feels super creamy and hydrating to the skin without making you look greasy or oily. And I find it's the one I go for when I do need a little extra hydration, if I'm dehydrated, if I have a super, super matte finish foundation that I want to kind of juice up the skin a little bit first, this is the one I go for because it's hydrating without making me oily. Definitely not one I would go for if I'm looking for like a super matte look, but it does help prolong wear and it does look stunning on the skin, add some zhuzh. So those are my top 5 primers. Those are my go-to. Hope you guys enjoyed and found these helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.